I get it. Maybe this is a recipe that freaks you out because your grandma or your mom used to make it. It doesn't look good, but this split pea soup that I just made is gonna blow your mind. We're not using ham. I'm gonna show you how to make pork confit. We're gonna put it in there. It's gonna be one of the best tasting soups you've ever had. Sound good? Let's cook. Yeah, ham is good and all in split pea soup, but why not make some pork confit instead? You're gonna start by roughly chopping up some yellow onions. It is totally cool to leave the peeling on there because think of it as the fat that it's being rendered in is like a stock. It's gonna be nice and flavored up with these vegetables. Next, hit it with a few garlic cloves, and for some aromatics and herbs, some fresh thyme. Next, some fresh rosemary, and then we're last but not least gonna hit it off with a bay leaf. Let's take a look. We've got some pork tenderloins here, nice and lean, but they're cooked in its own fat, so it's going to be very, very flavorful. So what I like to do is really just cut them in half so they're easy to fit right in that pan, and we're not trying to shove them in there. We're going to generously season it with sea salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Make sure it is seasoned up well. Now go ahead and add it right to the pot with all those vegetables and those herbs. Push it down a little bit because here's what's next. We're gonna coat it in olive oil and we want it to cover it completely. So make sure the pork is submerged. It won't work well if not. So next, go over to the oven. We're gonna pop it in there on 300 degrees. It's going to take about 4 hours. And it's just like I always say, once you start understanding some of these techniques, like the process of confiting, the technique, you can make anything homemade from scratch and it will always taste better than anything you get from a store and more times than not a restaurant. You can confit anything, beef, vegetables, chicken. It's all about cooking in its own fat. It will be crispy, it will be tender, it will be juicy, and it's gonna blow your mind. After about an hour or so, let's go ahead and take a look. You see the oil is boiling, our pork is cooking and crisping up and breaking down. What we're gonna do now is make our soup. This is great timing. So what we need to do is medium dice up an onion. So start by slicing in half, peeling it, and then of course medium dicing it. If you need help on your knife cuts, be sure to check out this video. Next, of course, carrots. We're going to peel them, again, medium dice. We're looking for a basic mirepoix, onion, celery, carrots. So just like I said, next is celery. Medium dice those as well, and because these are being sweat together and not caramelized separately, go ahead and add them all to the same bowl. Next, what we're going to do is add some garlic to a garlic press. I hate chopping garlic, and this is way easier to use, my friend, so go ahead and do it. Make sure to scrape off every little tidbit, and now we're going over to our cooktop. I've got a very large pot here. Going to add in some unsalted butter, and we want to make sure that it's melted before we add in all of those vegetables. Be sure to get them all in there. And again, I said we're only going to sweat. We're not going to caramelize. We're just going to cook them on medium to low heat. Get them a little bit tender because at this point, it's really important to deglaze with some white wine. And you know my rules on wine. If you ain't going to drink it, don't you dare cook with it. I've got a Chardonnay here. It's a little bit dry, but going to add a lot of body and flavor to this. We're going to cook it until the liquid is completely absorbed and almost gone, just like this. And at this point, I've got some peas that I'm going to throw in there. It's going to take it to a whole new level, my friends. Let me just stop and say the process of adding fresh peas instead of just split dried peas is going to enhance the flavor of this to a whole nother level. Definitely do not skip this step and go straight to dried split peas. I promise you, you will love this. And of course, the next thing we're going to do is add in our dried split peas. This is where you get that flavor from. They break down. You get that nice thick soup. This, my friends, is definitely where it comes from. Pour about 2.5 cups in there or 1 pound. Next, hit it with some chicken stock. I've got some homemade. Check out this recipe if you need it. And then we're going to let it simmer on low to medium heat. It's going to take about 60 to 90 minutes, somewhere in between there, but we are going to come back periodically every 15 to 20 minutes and check on it. You can see that it begins to break down, but really the point you want it at is right here. It's mostly broken down. You see the peas, it's going to continue to do that. With about 20 minutes or so left in the cooking process, we're going to add in some potatoes. So start by peeling up some russets. Then we're going to large dice them, put them in a bowl just so it's easier to carry and you're not spilling potatoes all over the floor. Your spouse might hurt you if that's the case.
And then head over to our soup, add them in there, and like I said, we're gonna cook them for 20 minutes or until tender, but this is great timing because let's come check out that pork confit. Whoa, holy smokes, is this good. We're gonna take each pork out and set it on a plate. What we wanna do is reverse sear these. So I'm going right over to a large saute pan that's on high heat and is already smoking hot. I'm gonna add the pork in there because I want to get a nice golden brown on each side, maybe 2 to 3 minutes per side. That's it. Flip it over. You can see that beautiful, beautiful golden brown. Fantastic. Now we want to shred it. So head over to your cooktop and just like in a pulled pork video recipe, I'm going to shred it using a few different forks. Be sure to try it because this is so incredibly delicious and honestly, even better than pulled pork. Head back over to your soup, start adding it in there. Oh gosh, it's just seriously so good, you guys. You're going to absolutely love it. Using a spoon, fold it in together, get it completely combined, and then season it up with salt and pepper. The reason I wait until the very end is because the pork is salty and I want to make sure this tastes perfectly. Now let's head over to your countertop.
I'm gonna stop and let me say, don't you dare throw away this confit fat. I've seen this in huge vats in restaurants and they are confiting everything. It is so juicy, so succulent. Succulent? It's just absolutely amazing. So what you're gonna do is strain it through a fine chinois strainer. Once it is, make sure you get all of that goodness out of there and then put it in the refrigerator. It will last up to 1 month. But if you're using it more often, it will last even longer. I've seen this stuff cooked in for over a year. It will stay that good, get more seasoned up as you add more things in there. It's seriously, this is gold, my friends. Do not throw this away. I can't say it enough.
Now for some super slow mode plating up. I'm adding the soup to a small bowl. Doesn't really matter what you put in as long as you can eat it, my friends. And maybe I saved a little leftover pork confit and ate it on the side, but I thought it'd be a really nice garnish. And get some creme fraiche because it is going to add so much awesome creamy flavor to the soup. You aren't going to believe it. Last but not least, I finished off with a few fresh herbs, some thyme, some rosemary. If you have parsley, that's fine too. Check out this beauty.
You know you want to subscribe to this channel after seeing this soup, so be sure to do that and like the video. And of course, check out this video because it is super good, and I'll see you on there.